What's up, guys? Welcome to GoGo Motoring YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about five things you should know before you buy a convertible, and hopefully that video can kind of help guide your decision in determining whether you want to own a convertible or not. Okay. So, as you all know, I own a 2003 BMW Z4 3.0i, and I've had this car for about 4 years, and have just really enjoyed owning it. I think the car itself is awesome, and one of the things that I like about the car is the fact that it is a convertible. It being a convertible, however, the ownership experience of a convertible car versus a normal car is not exactly the same, right? And kind of the first thing you have to remember if you decide to own a convertible and intend to drive the car with the roof down is that when you own a convertible and you drive around with the roof down, you're kind of going to be a center of attention in traffic. In most places around the country. I mean, I'm sure, like in Florida or maybe Southern California, like where the weather's always nice. Yeah, there's probably more convertibles there than any other place around the country. But I think for the most, for the rest of the country, you don't see too many convertibles driving around, right? And so, in fact, in this day and age, pretty much the streets are filled with SUVs, trucks, still some family sedans, but a lot of those cars kind of blend in together. And then when you show up, in a convertible, particularly a roadster, one that looks as unique as the 2003 BMW Z4 does, fact of the matter is that people are gonna notice you on the road. They're gonna look at you. They're gonna pay attention, and that may be that may be fine for some people. Some people love that. They love being the center of attention. There's other people that actually don't like that, right? They don't enjoy kind of being looked at all the time and sort of being the center of attention. So that's probably the first thing that you want to consider before deciding whether you want to buy a convertible or not. Is do you mind being the center of attention on the road when you have the convertible roof down? Number one. The second thing you should know about owning a convertible is that there is an added layer of complexity to the car, and there are more things that can go wrong with the car, right? So just like any other car, convertibles, there's always different types of maintenance issues that you have to deal with. But on top of all the maintenance that you would have in a regular car, like issues with the engine, suspension, brakes, etc., with a convertible, there's an added layer, right, of complexity that's caused by the convertible roof, and that can result in a car costing more money to maintain. I mean, with a normal car, you don't have to worry about something going wrong with the roof, right? I mean, it's typically it's a solid roof. Maybe you probably have a sunroof, but other than that, it's like one of those things. Like, I don't have to worry about anything going wrong with the roof. Well, when you have a convertible, you have a convertible mechanism, a motor operated top, that actually can become an issue. Can become a maintenance issue. Can be an expensive issue. In fact, if you all follow my channel, you know that I have to spend quite a bit of money fixing the convertible roof mechanism on this 2003 BMW Z4. So that's the second thing that you have to think about when owning a convertible. Closely related to that, the third thing you have to think about when owning a convertible is the fact that the car, just in terms of the keeping it clean and maintaining it, gets a little bit, again, it's an added, layer of complexity, especially if it's a soft top roof, right? A lot of the things that I'm seeing here, obviously, if it's a hard top roof, that wouldn't be an issue. But with a soft top roof, I personally wouldn't feel comfortable driving this car through an automatic car wash, and therefore, when I need to wash this car, I typically do it by hand, right? So Again, just another thing you have to think about if you own a convertible. That's the third thing. Fourth thing to consider is, again, in terms of kind of relates to the everyday usability and living with the car on an everyday basis, is you kind of have to pay attention to the weather, right? Again, some of these things wouldn't even cross your mind if you were driving a normal car with a solid roof. But if you drive the car year round, or if you're one of those people that's not going to just kind of lock the car up, during the fall and the winter months, you gotta remember that it's you gotta think about things like, hey, it's gonna rain a lot today. Do I want this car to be out there getting soaked on, and then that water potentially getting into the the roof motor and maybe causing some issues there, maybe having some leaks in the roof, things of that nature. Those are some of the things you have to think about with a convertible car that you don't really have to think about with a car that has a solid roof. Rain, is it cold? Obviously, if you have a roof like the one that you have in this 2003 BMW Z4, because it's it's not a solid roof, the car can be colder than the one that has a solid roof. So all those kind of weather implications that you can often just not even think about when you own a regular car, you have to think about those things when you own a convertible. And the fifth thing that you should know about owning a convertible is that it ultimately results in an extremely pleasurable driving experience. When the weather's nice and when you drop the roof down, it creates a sense of occasion when you're driving the car that you just don't get in a car that has a solid roof. Even if you have a car like with my BMW 328i Coupe, like if the weather's nice, if I'm driving that around, I'll open the sunroof, I'll roll the windows down, and even though there's wind in your hair and things of that nature, it's still not the same thing as owning a convertible. Being able to see the sky, kind of having an unobstructed view of the sky, being able to really sort of take in everything that's outside as you're operating the vehicle, like the smells, the sounds, everything like that. It really makes for an exhilarating experience. And in my opinion, it's an experience that every automotive enthusiast should try at least once. It's almost a therapeutic experience, right? Like if you've had like a long day and you just need to unwind, I can't think of too many things in life that'll give you that sort of a wind down and that relief that when the weather's nice, just dropping the roof down and taking your favorite car for a ride. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks, guys.